As you are able, would you please rise?
Good morning, soon-to-be graduates, parents, families, and friends, and welcome to Ohio Northern University's 142nd commencement ceremony for the Raby College of Pharmacy. My name is Melissa Baumann, president of ONU, and I have the honor and privilege of presiding at this event. To begin our program, Ms. Madeline Hall, who graduates today with her PharmD degree and honors summa cum laude, will give the invocation. Please remain standing if you are able for the invocation and then the subsequent singing of our national anthem, which will be led by graduating senior, Ms. Madison Schenk. Madeline.
Please pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day and for blessing our time as pharmacy students. May today be filled with peace and joy as we celebrate our time at ONU. Thank you for giving us dedicated professors, supportive friends and family, and your wisdom throughout these past years. You provided us with an invaluable education, and we thank you for giving us the opportunity to pursue pharmacy. While there may be uncertainty as we transition from student to graduate, we have hope and strength because of you. You have been beside us through it all, guiding and sustaining us every step of the way. I pray that we do not forget the infinite possibilities born from trusting you, and the infinite ways we can transform our patients' lives through our profession. Help us to use pharmacy to serve you and others above all else. Lead us to serve as you did with love, humility, and compassion. We pray that you will continue to walk with us and go before us, equipping and preparing us well for this next step in our lives. May we walk forward with courage, guided by your light always. We ask all these things in your Son, Jesus' name, amen.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. More than any other university program or event, commencement has a special and a symbolic significance. We have dressed in our academic regalia, hung the ONU seal, and lined the stage with the flags of our students' countries and the flags from ONU's academic honorific organizations. We are here today to celebrate student success, applaud academic accomplishment, and to confer upon you the degrees you have worked so very hard to complete. Although our primary purpose today is to pay tribute to the students who are graduating, we also come together to recognize the collective efforts of so many faculty, staff, parents, family, and friends who have supported our graduates' achievements. Ever since 1874, when the 11 members of the first graduating class received their degrees, the university community has gathered to celebrate and share in this time-honored campus tradition. Here today are 146 members of the Raby College of Pharmacy class of 2026, who will soon have their degrees conferred and who will then join the nearly 35,000 graduates who make up our proud Polar Bear family of alums. The members of the class of 2026 have a bright future ahead because they've received an excellent education from an outstanding faculty. Faculty members are the very core of our enterprise. They are dedicated teachers, respected scholars, and caring and exacting mentors. They provide extraordinary services to our students while challenging them to make the most of their educational opportunities. Administrative and support staff at ONU also serve our students in important ways and extend learning far beyond the classroom. Will the ONU faculty and staff please stand and be recognized? And would everyone, especially the graduating students, please join me in expressing our appreciation to them. It is now my pleasure to introduce those members of the platform party who have not already been introduced. As their name is read, each will rise and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all introductions are made. Dr. Kristen Sabota, Professor of Pharmacy Practice. Ms. Samantha McCord, Student Speaker. Dr. Juliet Herdig, Provost. Dr. Rick Keyes, Chair, ONU Board of Trustees. Dr. Vincent Morrow, Honorary Degree Recipient. Dr. Stuart Beatty, Dean of the Raby College of Pharmacy. And assisting us today with sign language interpretation is Ms. Delaney Streichel. Please join me in recognizing these individuals. I am now very pleased to introduce Dr. Rick Keyes, Chair of Ohio Northern University's Board of Trustees, who will offer a welcome on behalf of the board.
Good morning. On behalf of the Ohio Northern University Board of Trustees, I am delighted to welcome you to the Pharmacy Commencement for the class of 2026. I have the honor of serving as the chair of ONU's Board of Trustees. We are a group of 23 dedicated individuals who are responsible for ensuring the quality and stewardship of the university, now and into the future. Today's joyful event honors you, our soon-to-be graduates, for successfully completing your degree requirements. The trustees recognize that you have worked hard to achieve this milestone, and we are very proud of your accomplishments and determination. I also want to thank you and your family members for their support. Congratulate them as well for sharing in the joy that this day brings. Welcome to all, and congratulations, soon-to-be graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Keyes, for your welcome, and most especially for your service and leadership to the university. And now I'm pleased to ask Dean Stuart Beatty to introduce our commencement speaker. Dean Beatty.
We are pleased to welcome back to our campus today an outstanding alumnus from the class of 1982. Dr. Vincent Morrow is a true polar bear. Like so many of our students, he grew up in a small rural Ohio town before attending ONU. While on campus, he was involved in many activities and organizations like our soon-to-be graduates, inside and outside of pharmacy, and can tell you stories of being the statistician for the ONU basketball team when they went to and beat the team from the University of Oklahoma in 1980. He actually didn't know I was going to say that, and he has a picture that he took from that game with him. So if you want to see it later, you can see that. While Dr. Morrow is on stage and providing remarks today, I think he would also want me to point out that his greatest accomplishment at ONU was not being at that game in Norman, Oklahoma, but was meeting his wife and fellow classmate from 1982, Dr. Lori Morrow, who's with us today as well. Upon graduation from ONU, he completed a Doctor of Pharmacy degree from the Ohio State University College of Pharmacy, and then went on to complete a PGY1 residency at the University of Illinois Chicago Medical Center. Following his residency, he returned home to Ohio and joined the pharmacy faculty at the University of Toledo, where he taught for 36 years. A pharmacy clinical expert in cardiovascular disease, Dr. Morrow has nearly 60 peer-reviewed publications and numerous state and national presentations. For years, I attended his annual cardiovascular update at the Ohio Pharmacists Association meetings and walked away both learning something and thinking, man, is that guy smart. As our graduates know, Dr. Morrow continues to learn new pharmacy topics, and he serves as one of our boot camp speakers, as he did for all of you just this week. Please join me in welcoming our 2026 commencement speaker, Dr. Vincent Morrow.
Thank you. That trip to Norman, Oklahoma, I'm always grateful that Coach Doherty provided me the airplane ticket to go there. I slept on the floor of Kent Baker and Jay Meyer's room and snuck in with the team when they ate at restaurants. Never got caught. President Bauman, Dean Beate, thank you for inviting me here today to speak to the 2026 graduates of the Raby College of Pharmacy here at The Ohio Northern University, a college and university that I am truly proud to be alumnus of. The accolades and recognition that the college, its alumni, and its faculty have consistently received, especially in recent years, should leave no doubt in anyone's mind that our graduates today have earned a quality education at an exceptional institution. I am so fortunate that my father, a bricklayer, took a day off work one wintry February day and took me, a high school senior from West Branch High School, on a one-way 3.5-hour trip from Salem to Ada. Back then, this was a long trip. US 30 wasn't the 4-lane highway it is now, but it was worth it. As soon as I arrived here, I knew this was the place for me. I have very fond memories of my college days here. The major memory for me, other than me and a lady who would soon become my wife, the major memory for me was that during our freshman year, nearly all the male pharmacy students were on third floor McGlot. So, our lab reports were mysteriously similar. The night before chemistry and biology exam, the dorm was quiet. Other nights, it was not as quiet, especially when we played hall hockey. We participate in all the intramural sports, including two rather unique sports that I understand don't exist here anymore. One was flashball, which was football, but anyone at any time could make a forward pass or a lateral pass. And the second was water polo, but instead of us treading water, we were placed on gigantic black inner tubes and paddled around, and water polo soon became bumper boats. This living arrangement led us to develop friendships among us that still exist today. Some of my dorm mates are in the audience today or watching on live stream as we speak today. I thank you for joining us. But enough about the past, let's focus on our graduates and their future. Dear graduates, congratulations on completing such a rigorous, intense curriculum here on campus, followed by demanding, high expectation, practical experiences out in the real world. I know from my own experiences and interactions with ONU students and alumni, some who've become my colleagues where I worked at, the curriculum here at ONU provides you a strong foundation to pursue a practice of pharmacy in settings ranging from retail to an outpatient clinic, to a community hospital or a major health institution, or possibly perform research with a leading pharmaceutical corporation. From my experience as a pharmacist and an educator of pharmacy students, I do want you to successfully confront two challenges you will likely face as you leave here today and begin your careers. The first challenge to confront is based on a story. There once was a man from Ohio stuck in Florida in the middle of winter because his wife was hospitalized due to trauma resulting from her being hit by a car while crossing the street, even though she was in the walkway. This extended their stay in Florida for weeks. He wasn't feeling well after a week or so, and then this gentleman realized that he didn't have his medications for that length of time. So he randomly chose a pharmacy where he was starting to seek help. At this pharmacy, the pharmacist was more than happy to assist him. She treated him with great care and compassion as if he was a regular customer of hers. She was very willing, without any hesitation, to set him up with his daily medications by contacting his health team in Ohio to get his prescriptions. This pharmacist just happened to be a former student of mine. Pure randomness, a former student of mine. That man was my father. When she finally asked him his name, and upon hearing Morrow, and knowing he was from Ohio, asked if he was related to me. I'm happy to report that he said yes. And all that great initial care my dad received occurred before she knew his name and that he was my father. So, my first challenge to you is to treat all your patients, regardless of who they are, family, friend, or stranger. Treat them in a way, same great care and empathy that this pharmacist did with my father, the bricklayer, who, by the way, is now 94 years old and still golfing. He normally golfs in the morning. I told him this is available live stream. He may be watching, hopefully over a birdie putt and not from a sand trap. My second challenge to you confront is this: do more than dispense a product. Be a watchdog to assure your patients gain the best pharmaceutical care possible. Is there a need for this? I dare say yes. More than 6 billion prescriptions are written annually in the United States right now. This is more than 3 times the amount of prescriptions written annually back in the early 90s. Why the increase in prescriptions? One might argue population growth, but this increase is more than just that. The population is living longer. New medications are becoming available. More health professionals are allowed to write prescriptions, and there's new reasons to use older medications. When I was a student here on the tundra of Ada, there was essentially 2 medications to treat heart failure: digoxin and diuretics. And these were mostly used to treat symptoms. There are now at least 5 medications that should be highly considered for use in a heart failure patient, with many doing more than treating symptoms. They extend the lifespan of heart failure patients. However, with more prescriptions being written, there are more chances for complication. It's currently estimated that there are probably 80,000 to 100,000 deaths that occur annually related to medication complications. I call these complications drug-related problems. Drug-related problems. You look at the first 3 letters, DRP, drug-related problems. I call these DRPs. This means that if death due to DRPs was placed in their own category, the annual cause of death in the United States, fatal DRPs would be about the 7th leading cause of death in this country, about equivalent to the death rate associated with diabetes mellitus. What specifically causes these deaths? Possibly an adverse reaction, drug interaction. It may be due to a medicine in a patient when it's not indicated, or worse yet, it's contraindicated. Medication duplication may occur because the patient may be receiving care from more than one health professional, and they're not communicating with each other. It could be due to inappropriate dosing because the patient's age, renal function, or liver function are not being taken into consideration. Pharmacy class of 2026, with the receipt of your diploma today, I challenge you to become a DRP hunter. I want you to seek out and identify DRPs before they cause harm to your patient so that your pharmacy, now take away the P from pharmacy, so that your pharmacy does not become a harmacy, so that you, the pharmacist, doesn't become a harmacist. I want you to proactively catch the fact that Mr. Smith, who's on lithium for bipolar illness, needs to have his lithium dose reduced when a diuretic is started. I want you to proactively catch the fact that Mrs. Smith, who's a transplant patient on azathioprine, will need to have her azathioprine dose reduced if allopurinol is started to treat her gout due to cyclosporine-induced hyperuricemia. I want you to recognize that a nursing home patient's new hallucinations are due to the fact that her influenza protective amantadine dose is too high for her renal function. Although I would expect you to realize Grandpa Smith's warfarin dose needs increased if he's started on the hepatic enzyme inducer carbamazepine, I want you to realize that Grandpa Smith's warfarin dose will need to be decreased if his use of carbamazepine is discontinued. I want you to get into the habit of thinking, if something weird is going on in a patient, can a drug be causing it? A patient has a headache, can a drug be causing it? Could be due to organic nitrates being started. A patient has nausea, can a drug be causing it? Maybe metformin. Maybe the patient has elevated digoxin concentrations. A 120-pound second baseman hits a home run to the opposite field. Can a drug be causing it? Sounds like anabolic steroids. The sky here in Ada appears blue in January. Can a drug be causing it? Sounds like someone's taking too much Viagra. From this day on, I want you to be of the mindset, if something weird is going on, can a drug be causing it? In addition to these two challenges, I also want to provide you a warning. Your education does not stop here today with your receipt of the sheepskin. After I graduated, proton pump inhibitors, serotonin reuptake inhibitors, fluoroquinolones, and statins, just to name a few medications, were not yet released. Just in a few years since I've retired from full-time employment, new drugs have been released to treat infections, to treat heart disease, and to help people lose weight. Your need for education will never stop. To care best for your patients and to be a top-notch derp hunter, you need to stay current with the new medications as they become available. So in closing, Raby College Pharmacy class of 2026, I dare you to confront two challenges. I challenge you to treat all your patients as you would a family member or a close friend, and I challenge you to be more than a pill dispenser. I challenge you to become a ruthless, unrelenting derp hunter. Seek out inappropriate use of medications. Look for inappropriate dosing. Identify drug interactions, and to constantly ask yourself if something weird is going on, can a drug be causing it? I thank you for your time and attention this morning. It is my hope that you find the profession of pharmacy as satisfying and rewarding as I have. And lastly, and as always, go Bears. Thank you very much.
Dr. Morrow, we applaud you for your years of faithful service and your encouragement to engage in a lifetime of service to others. Please join me again in thanking our speaker one more time. I'm only glad you didn't ask this engineer to pronounce any of those drug names, but derp I can remember. It is now my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Ms. Samantha McCord from Wilmington, Ohio, who graduates today with her PharmD degree with honors summa cum laude. Samantha is an active member of the Christian Pharmacists Fellowship International, the college's pharmacy council, and has served as an orientation leader, or OL, for new students. She has also traveled on a medical mission trip with the Northern Nurses Without Borders to the Dominican Republic. After graduation, Samantha will begin a combined PG1 pharmacy and PGY2 health system pharmacy administration and leadership with a Master of Science residency program at The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. I am delighted to invite Samantha to speak on behalf of the class of 2026. Samantha.
Thank you, President Baumann, for the kind introduction, and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ohio Northern, the place where my fellow graduates and I have called home. It is truly an honor and privilege to be standing before you today as we gather to celebrate this remarkable achievement. It is today, graduates, that we come to the starting point of a new chapter in our lives. But before we turn the page, I invite us to pause and reflect on the chapter we are closing together. I remember our very first year where we started with the basics. We learned about what a pharmacist does and the many paths our careers could take. For an assignment, we were given pill bottles full of medications and took them throughout the week to better understand our future patients' perspectives. Oh, and by medications, I mean M&Ms. That was well before we knew how to calculate a creatinine clearance or write a SOAP note. Looking back on those early moments, it's incredible to see how far we've come, because we are now entering the very career paths we once sat and learned about as first-year students. As we close this chapter, it is hard to forget all of the late-night study sessions, the early morning exams, and the constant balancing act of classes, work, relationships, and rotations. Yet, here we are. Successfully completing a PharmD or Bachelor of Science degree is not easy. It's not supposed to be. But every single day, each of us made a choice to keep pushing forward even when the finish line felt so far away. And along the way, there were many victories, some big, some small, yet all meaningful. From passing that exam you were sure you failed, to walking out of a rotation with a smile, knowing your recommendation on rounds was accepted. Each of those moments mattered. They built the confidence that brought us here today. And the resilience that carried us through pharmacy school is the same resilience that will carry us forward into whatever comes next. Developing this strength and reaching this significant milestone would not have been possible without the help of others. Behind every graduate sitting here today is a network of people who showed up for us time and time again. To our distinguished faculty and staff, thank you for challenging us, guiding us, and shaping us into the professionals we are becoming. To our beloved parents and families, thank you for your sacrifices, your encouragement, and for believing in us, even when we doubted ourselves. To our amazing friends and roommates, thank you for the pep talks and for reminding us that there is, in fact, life outside of pharmacy school. Each and every one of you played a crucial role in both our personal and professional journeys. Now it is our turn to carry that forward. Patients are counting on us to be a listening ear, a voice of understanding, and a trusted healthcare provider who educates them and ensures their safety. As pharmacists, we have the opportunity and the responsibility to be that same source of support for our patients, our colleagues, and our communities. We should also be prepared to support our family members, as they are now only a text message away from a pharmacist who can provide free medication advice. And I know from personal experience that this service will be in very high demand. Today, we graduate. And while the new title at the end of our name represents years of hard work and dedication, our degree unfortunately did not give us every answer, nor did it teach us everything we will ever need to know. Over the course of rotations, I have learned that the best pharmacists are not the ones who have the most information memorized. They are the ones who stay curious, who think critically, and who continue learning long after the exams are over. As we step into the next phase of our lives, the path ahead may feel clear. Many of us have jobs, residencies, or fellowships already lined up. But even with clear plans in place, the uncertainty of the future still remains. There's a verse from the Bible that I have turned to frequently over the years when I face adversity or become overwhelmed by not knowing what lies ahead. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 9 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." My prayer is that we find comfort in God's word. As we move forward into our own uncertain futures, we're not being asked to have all of the answers. We're being asked to take the next step, to learn, to grow, and to trust that we are not walking alone. So as we walk across this stage today, let's carry 3 things with us: the resilience that got us here, the gratitude for those who helped us along the way, and the courage to step forward with confidence. Because if we can do that, there's no limit to the impact we can have. Congratulations, class of 2026, and the future class of 2028. And as always, go Bears. Thank you.
Okay, one more time. Please join me in thanking Samantha. Would Chairperson Keyes, Provost Herdig, Dean Beatty, and Dr. Morrow please join me for the conferral of the honorary degree? Oh, thank you. Dr. Vincent Morrow, your distinguished career is a testament to the noble calling of service. Through your synergistic roles as an educator, clinical practitioner, and researcher, you have advanced the pharmacy profession and shaped the next generation of healthcare leaders. You received your Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy from Ohio Northern University, where you met your wonderful wife, Lori. As Polar Bear sweethearts, you are true life partners, not only growing a family together, but sharing your professional journeys. After earning your Doctor of Pharmacy from The Ohio State University and completing clinical residencies at the University of Illinois, you and Lori joined the faculty of the University of Toledo College of Pharmacy, where you remained for 36 years. At UT, you provided clinical service to the cardiology team at the UT Medical Center and taught pharmacotherapy and pharmacokinetics with a focus on clinical practice. Your clinical precepting and teaching earned you numerous instructional awards. A prolific researcher, you focused on cardiovascular drug interactions and IV incompatibilities, and your work is well published in clinical pharmacy journals. Professor Emeritus at the University of Toledo, you pursued a path that personifies the joy that comes from pursuing knowledge and teaching the next generation. Your contributions to the pharmacy profession are truly commendable. Therefore, by the authority vested in me from the state of Ohio and the Ohio Northern University Board of Trustees, I am delighted to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Pharmacy honoris causa, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. We are grateful to the Symphonic Band for contributing their time and talent to our ceremony this morning. Under the direction of the renowned Dr. Charles Bates, the Symphonic Band will now perform Columbia by Randall Standridge. Thank you, Symphonic Band, and thank you, Dr. Bates. Dean Beatty will now provide comments to the graduating class. Dean Beatty.
Graduating students, family, and friends, welcome and congratulations. It's a great honor to be here today for this important day in your life. And while we recognize primarily our graduates today, we know that it is also an important day for the friends, family, and loved ones that are with us on campus and watching online. The commencement event is one that the faculty and staff look forward to all year long as we recognize the effort you have put in to get to this moment, and we feel honored to celebrate with you. None of you would be here today without the dedication and support of our faculty and staff. I want to especially recognize Dr. Karen Keir and Dr. Pat Pardolino, who are both retiring at the end of this academic year. These two individuals have combined for nearly 70 years of service to the Raby College of Pharmacy, Ohio Northern University, their alma mater, teaching and mentoring nearly 4,500 students. So we celebrate them today. Thank you both. As an ONU alum myself, it is a very special and a huge honor for me to be on this stage as the dean of this historic college. Today we celebrate those that are graduating. For the first time, we are graduating a student from our Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical and Biomedical Sciences, and I would like to acknowledge Maxwell Sutherland for helping pioneer that program. Thank you, Max. Others today are graduating with their Bachelor of Science in Integrated Health Sciences or their Doctor of Pharmacy degrees. All of you graduating today have persevered to get to this point. Many of you started your journey with us in the midst of a worldwide pandemic, working through online classes and technologies that have quickly become the norm. You've led through student organization, perhaps been a college athlete, been involved in dance, theater, or band performances, and probably had more slices of East Chicago pizza than you thought possible. Through all of this, you have made memories and friendships that will last your lifetime. Doctor of Pharmacy graduates, today you officially join me as a pharmacist. The hood you'll receive today is symbolic of this achievement. The hood's olive coloring represents your PharmD degree, and our Ohio Northern orange and black colors are woven into the pattern. This hood signifies the completion of the doctoral degree and enshrines the respect and trust that comes to those who've earned the right to wear it. You are now entrusted with the duty of our profession, and with this duty, you begin the journey of selfless service to humanity. As graduates of the Raby College of Pharmacy, you are joining nearly 7,500 alumni that practice in 49 of 50 states and numerous countries worldwide. Polar Bear pharmacists before you lead large health systems, make decisions for health plans that save millions of dollars, discover and develop new medications that help treat diseases such as cancer. Just as important as all of those things, these Polar Bear pharmacists also embed themselves into their communities, serve on local governments, and sponsor Little League T-ball teams in small towns all across this country. You are now one of them, and you are forever a Polar Bear. And as a Polar Bear, I hope you realize you are always welcome to come back home to the tundra for a visit. We look forward to you leading our profession, your colleagues, and your communities with the confidence, curiosity, empathy, humility, and perseverance that we know you have. On behalf of my colleagues on the faculty and staff, graduates, colleagues, congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Beatty. And here it is. We will now confer degrees and award diplomas to the graduating class of 2026. Provost Herdig, will you please commence the conferring of the academic degrees?
President Bauman, I have the honor of calling Dean Stuart Beatty for the privilege of presenting the candidates from the Raby College of Pharmacy.
Will the exceptional candidates for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree please stand? Will the remarkable candidates for the degree of Bachelor in Science please stand? President Bauman, as Dean of the Raby College of Pharmacy at Ohio Northern University, it is a privilege to present these candidates for the Doctor of Pharmacy or Bachelor of Science degree.
Thank you, Dean Beatty. With the approval of the university faculty and by the authority vested in me from the Board of Trustees of Ohio Northern University and the state of Ohio, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree to which you have earned in the Doctor of Pharmacy or the Bachelor of Science degree, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. I now invite the graduates of the College of Pharmacy to please come forward to receive their diplomas.
Fayez Al-Suhail, magna cum laude. Noah Michael Argana, cum laude. Brian Augustine, magna cum laude. Diego Christian Aveo, cum laude. Allison Grace Barr, summa cum laude. Catherine Bend. Sarah Elizabeth Bernsdorf, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Bly. Aubrey Nicole Brown, magna cum laude. Abigail Shannon Carter, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Clary. Zachary DeBoard, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Suzanne Dietz, cum laude. Lance Marshall Dillon, magna cum laude. Sarah Michelle Dye. Nicole Madison Edwards, magna cum laude. Ava Elizabeth Ellinger, cum laude. Michaela Dawn Eversole, cum laude. Chance Dakota Frater. Emma Marie Gasson. The Ohio Northern University Recognition Medal recognizes outstanding academic achievement. A medal and a certificate are presented to each of the highest-ranking graduates in each college who have completed at least 90 graded hours at Ohio Northern and are present at commencement. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and certificate will now be presented to Caitlin Teresa Hack, summa cum laude, as one of the highest-ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. Madeline Ann Hall, summa cum laude. Aiden Hester. Joshua Patrick Honecker, cum laude. Jasmine Ifinwoke Chimdi Ifakanwa. Joy Kuri, magna cum laude. Paige Nicole Laughlin, summa cum laude. Paige Michelle Lever. Cassidy Lauren Lichtenwald. Demetrius Lockridge, Jr. Elijah Nathaniel Kurtz Lovell, magna cum laude. Sarah Leisinger, magna cum laude. Penlope Ruvarashi Mazivanunga, cum laude. Jacob Tyler McClure, magna cum laude. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and Certificate will now be presented to Samantha Jo McCord, summa cum laude, as one of the highest-ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. Cammie Jo McDonald. Mason David Meyer. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and Certificate will now be presented to Zoe Isabel Meyer, summa cum laude, as one of the highest-ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. Thomas James Miller, summa cum laude. Sylvia Rose Mitchell. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and Certificate will now be presented to Gabriella Elise Minostra, summa cum laude, as one of the highest-ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. Zhang Daung Nun Nguyen, summa cum laude. Allison Nicole Nordquist, cum laude. Lainey Jo Oswald. Emma Grace Perry, cum laude. Sierra Perry. Allison Noel Provenzali, summa cum laude. Jacob Lewis Raykar. Catherine Taylor Reeder, cum laude. Kelsey Nicole Reikley. Kevin Armando Ruiz. Aaron Michael Roop. Taryn Jeanette Sandai, magna cum laude. Megan Rose Seifert, magna cum laude. Lucas Paul Singleton. Dane Halvar Smith. Jocelyn Renee Smith. Riley Storm Smith, cum laude. Maddie Christine Stahl. Nicholas Vincenzo Laduca Stander. Benjamin Sunderman. Kennedy Elizabeth Swift. Emily Marie Tackett, magna cum laude. Hala Abdul Hassan Fanny, cum laude. Rachel Catherine Thompson, summa cum laude. Daniel Gregory Thorke, Jr. Chloe Elizabeth Catherine Trusty. Keegan Jeffrey Vogt. Erin Elizabeth Wade. Hannah Renee Williker. Ian Worth. Kyler J. Yusko, magna cum laude. Jacob William Zerm. Linda Yvette Azap. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and Certificate will now be presented to Maya Renee Beatty, summa cum laude, as one of the highest ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. Jenna Elizabeth Bell, summa cum laude. Madison Ann Bayshaw, summa cum laude. Annika May Bowen. Haley Ray Brown, cum laude honors program. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and Certificate will now be presented to Alexandra Burklow, summa cum laude, as one of the highest ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. Sean Elliott Carlin. Chimasium Favor Chukwu. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and Certificate will now be presented to Catherine Ann Cook, summa cum laude, as one of the highest-ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. John Anthony Courtwright. Macy Lane Davis. Jacob Todd Demet, cum laude. Logan Matthew Dickman. Haley Alexis Dilly. Blake Theodore Robert Engel, cum laude. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and Certificate will now be presented to Jonathan Matthew Fahey, summa cum laude, as one of the highest-ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. Logan Allen Farnsworth. Brianna Lee Firmstone. Ella Noel Fox, magna cum laude. Owen Gerard Fox. Connor Thomas Garrity. Parker Ryan George, magna cum laude. Polina Marie Jeremita. Courtney Lauren Hayes. Joseph Trenton Hefner, magna cum laude. Olivia Hemrick. Benjamin Ray Hoover, magna cum laude. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and Certificate will now be presented to Abigail Maxine Howard, summa cum laude, as one of the highest-ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. Lainey Grace Howe, summa cum laude. Amber Michelle Jagger, magna cum laude. Jessica Lynn Ching Kelly, cum laude. Kirsten Nicole Kennedy, magna cum laude. Nicholas Frace Kiplinger. Alexis Madison Cram. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and Certificate will now be presented to Riley Lane McConaughey, summa cum laude, honors program, as one of the highest-ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. Lily Grace McDormand, cum laude, honors program. Logan Arthur McEldowney, magna cum laude. Kylie Alexis McKenzie. Austin Matthew Mergun, cum laude. Madison Morgan, magna cum laude. Eric James Morris. Ethan Francis Munns. It is my privilege to indicate that an Ohio Northern Recognition Medal and Certificate will now be presented to Cole Michael Newlove, summa cum laude, as one of the highest-ranking graduates in the College of Pharmacy. Since 1974, Ohio Northern University and Dankook University in Seoul, South Korea, have presented 2 annual scholarships to graduating students on each campus who have demonstrated high scholastic achievement and exemplary participation in co-curricular activities. The university also wishes to recognize him for his selection as one of the 2026 Dankook University Friendship Scholarship Award recipients. Congratulations, Cole. Victoria Lynn Neese, magna cum laude. Tyler Robert Nungesser, cum laude. Caleb Jacob Pasquinelli. Morgan Ann Paulus, magna cum laude. Allison Claire Pickrell. Megan Kirsten Rizzo. Haley Corinne Roberts. Cameron Dean Sloter, summa cum laude. Anna Marie Spalvieri, honors program. James Stager, summa cum laude. Micah Renee Stoner. Maxwell Allen Sutherland, magna cum laude. Catherine Ann Trudeau, magna cum laude. Mia Marie Ward. Haley Mae Wilson. Connor Joseph Woods. Connor Michael Woolley. Brady Matthew Ziegler, magna cum laude.
Dear graduates, As members of the class of 2026, you now share a proud connection with all Ohio Northern alumni. You leave here today equipped to make a difference in your profession and in your country. I admire all that you have done to reach this moment, and we expect you to apply what you have learned here to achieve professional excellence, to genuinely care for others, to improve the communities in which you live, to advance the causes and issues that matter most to you, and above all, to lead fulfilling lives in pursuit of service to others. To whom much is given, much is expected, and I have no doubt that you will all do great things. We have conferred upon you the degrees that you have earned, and now that you have your ONU degree, we are forever joined. You are forever a polar bear and forever an Ohio Northern University alumnus. I am so very proud and happy for each and every one of you. Would the graduates of the class of 2026 please rise? To signal and symbolize the conferral of your degrees, I now invite you to please move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, graduates. Please be seated. For the last time, would Dr. Karen Keir please come forward to lead the recitation of the oath of a pharmacist?
Thank you. I'm very proud to be a polar bear. I'm very proud to be a pharmacist. And I'm very proud to be welcomed with others 1982 graduates here in the audience today as well. I graduated from Ohio Northern, and I felt I was very well prepared to be a very good pharmacist, which you will be too. I think because of everything I've done in my career, I'm now a better pharmacist. And I hope that you take this oath today to make yourself a better pharmacist and to be a derp hunter. I think that's the best way to do it. So if the PharmD graduates could stand to read the oath as you enter the profession. Can my Bachelor of Science of Integrated Health Sciences stand to reaffirm what you spoke at the white coat ceremony? And any pharmacists that are in the audience that would like to stand and join us in the oath of pharmacist, I welcome you to do that as well. And just as a reminder, you're supposed to say it with me, along with me, okay? We ready? All right. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will promote inclusion and belonging, respect differences in all individuals, and address health disparities to advance health equity for all people. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for all patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the responsibility to improve my professional knowledge, expertise, and self-awareness. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility for which I am entrusted by the public. Congratulations.
Please be seated. While we honor our graduates, we also want to recognize the significant and supporting role played by parents, spouses, grandparents, and extended family members. Will the families of all the graduating students please stand and be recognized? Ms. Madison Schenk will now lead us in the first verse of the ONU hymn. These words are printed on the back of your program. Following the hymn, I will give the benediction. After the benediction, please remain in your seats until the platform party, family, and students have recessed out. And please remember, the reception for our graduates and their guests will be held here in Kinghorn in the North Gym following the ceremony. I now invite you to stand as you are able. Madison. You all leave here as leaders, and your leadership has taken many forms. A close friend and colleague of mine, Joe Shadle, shared the following prayer with me during his ministry, and so I ask you to please bow your heads. God of love, you are with us in every transition and every exchange. As we enter into this new era with excitement and even with some anxiety, we recall your deep compassion, presence, and abounding love. We thank you for your gifts, talents, and skills with which you have abundantly blessed us. We thank you for the experiences that have brought us to this moment. We thank you for the work of others that gives breadth and depth to our own work. Be with us all as we move forward, rejoicing with you and supporting one another. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.